Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading for April 1st to the 12th. We're just going to throw in that full moon in Libra. It's a big one, and you're going to start feeling it this week. That's why I'm including it. That's for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. We're going to jump right in. Listen, Leo, I want to personally invite you to the new era. We're here, the Great Awakening, the Great Reset, the Age of Wisdom, this big quantum leap that you're going through, and you are just this is going to be such a big time for you. Looking at what's going on for you, the sun, as you know, is exalted in Aries right now, where it does its best. That's what an exaltation means. And so you get the greatest energy right now. I mean, this is the perfect time, okay, to start new things. Now listen, everything that I told you at the end of March, remember the once in a lifetime 6-planet conjunction over that 0-degree Aries point, the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and you would know that. Did you see your April forecast? What did I tell you? So since November, and only for you, Leo, since November, all the new moons that we've had, including the eclipses, have been at 9 degrees. Okay, the degree of like growth and, completion. You're starting a new journey. You saw I'm not going to give away, but if you saw April forecast, that spread, that nobody gets that. No tarot reader gets in a Celtic cross spread. No. So just know you are definitely going through some really big shifts. Neptune in Aries, because Aries rules your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of God. And so when you think, you got to just put all the numbers, the synchron, it's big. It's big. Okay. Let's just, because this is going to be a big reading. So let me just keep going. And of course, Neptune moving into Aries, as I mentioned, but just think of everything that happened in March. It's this big crescendo that's happening in your life. It's like this wave pushing you in this new direction, okay? And if you didn't see it, I'm going to leave the link of that video in the description box or at the end of the video. And I just posted your forecast of April last week. So many things here, by the way. Oh gosh, can you even see there's a lot of sunlight? It's so funny, just every time I get to you, because I don't go in order, like I don't go Aries to Pisces, anyway, every time I get to you get all this sunlight, which I always say is a big sign, because the sun is your ruler. It's your ruler, okay? You're the domain for the sun. But it is exalted in Aries, your BFF, fellow, fire sign there. But anyway, we'll just briefly touch upon some of the things I talked about, here from your monthly forecast. Okay. So I'll leave that also in the link or the description box, because there's a lot happening, as you can see, that I didn't talk about. I told you April is bonkers. You see, by the way, the blue asterisk, best aspect, you see no squares. No. All right. No challenging. There's 2 oppositions I'm going to bring up, though. So we're going to talk about that, too. I just have to let you know the planets are coming out to play hard. And here's the thing. Mars, as you know, has been a little Dennis the Menace. Okay. And this has been September. Leos, y'all have been going through it since September. You had a little moment in like the end of November, December, but listen, Mars is the warrior god, and he's been in the worst sign, or considered the worst sign, like both fault and detriment. Like it's just, he doesn't do well in Cancer. He's been there for so long, and then he went retrograde in Cancer. Everything's been slow for you. Everything, because Cancer rules your 12th house. And so you've been going through, you've been tired, but 12th house is great because it's like healing. You're supposed to use that moment to heal, self-healing, unroot things from the subconscious, like really go deep. The 12th house is very spiritual. But there are those lower expressions of the 12th house, which is self-sabotage. It's hidden enemies, not seeing eye to eye with people, things like that. But you just didn't have any energy. Mars is now, he's awake, but he's really awake now. Okay? And the only reason I'm harping on Mars is because he is Aries ruler, all right? And remember, we are in all this Aries energy right now. Again, that's big. First of all, I told you Aries is the beginning, right? The very first sign in the zodiac. We would not have astrology if Aries didn't exist, right? It is a first sign. So what does that represent for you? The self, all right? Consciousness. And so Aries rules our ninth house of spirituality, of higher mind, but also travel, long distance travel, foreign cultures, foreign lands, book publishing. Are you writing a book? Broadcasting, you starting a podcast? This is all these things where taking all this energy of the new, you've got to use it, all right? Please put wheels in motion, put energy toward projects, whatever you want, relationships, and it matter. Y'all are becoming teachers. A lot of you are becoming really big teachers. Ninth house is education. You're going back to school. You're starting school. You're becoming teachers, very likely. Or, the person that is the wise one that people come to. That's what's happening for you right now. So please use this, because if you let all this energy build up inside you, especially with Mars in Cancer right now in your 12th house, what is that going to do? That brings out the lower expressions of being combative and competitive and ego and things like that, right? So again, just get things off the ground right now, please. I'm here for you. This is why I do this. I want the best for you, Leo, because things can still be confusing, right? With Venus and Mercury retrograde. But look, they're going direct. You can move forward, yeah. And then Mars next week moves into your sign, officially leaves Cancer. So you are going to get an amplified amount of energy. It's insane. Like something's building for you. You're feeling restless, okay? But now all that energy, I said, if you're feeling restless, put it toward things like Mars's physicality. So do a kickboxing class, do some yoga, go stand by a tree and stomp around, whatever you want. Now, we've got some major aspects that are amazing, that are new to the brand new to the collective. You got Saturn, sextile Uranus. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how big that is, especially for you. If you are here for career, we'll talk about that, but we haven't seen this in 30 years, all right? Neptune sextiling Pluto. Can I just tell you, Leo, this is going to be major for you, okay? And it's not even on the whiteboard. We're going to talk about that next week, maybe even 2 weeks later, because there's so much happening next week. And you're going to feel it more at the end of the month, more in May. Neptune sextiling Pluto. Again, Neptune freshly new in Aries, and the first time in 164 years. You got Pluto freshly new in Aquarius, the first time in 250 years. Nobody on this planet has experienced this. Nobody, all right? And this remember, we had Neptune in Pisces. We had Pluto in Capricorn for 14 years? You didn't like that? That's earth and water. Nothing's moving. You're a fire sign. Now you got Neptune moving into a fire sign, Pluto moving into air sign. Whoosh, that blends so much better for you. So when I say your life is going to change and you are shifting into the brand new era, you particularly, Leo, it's gonna, all right? And remember, sextiles are enormously harmonious and potentials, and they're positive, and they're windows of opportunity for whatever you put effort into, okay? Energy into, actions you take. This is gonna be a time, by the way, for you, especially for you, big time of decisions, commitments, brand new beginnings, life changes, truly, because your destiny, your purpose, your mission statement, the North Node is incredibly activated. And it starts on April 1st, okay? Venus will conjunct the North Node. And you're going to feel this up until the 7th. And I think that this happened. Yeah, I'm going to drop this video like on Wednesday. So yeah, this already happened. So you're already going to be feeling it, okay? Up until the 7th. So what is this? First, they met up, okay, February 1st. Just briefly, yeah? And now, literally 2 months later, on April 1st, they're reuniting. And this is a big, and it's very poetic because Venus is retrograde, right? We all know that. Yeah. And so something's coming back around and it's part of your destiny. Venus is exalted in Pisces. What does that mean? Pisces rules your 8th house of death and rebirth, of transformation. Out of all the signs, Leo, you've got 4 planets and the North Node in Pisces still. Remember, I said everything from March is spilling over through April and even May for a lot of it, but even still, but you got the North Node in your sign all year. 8th house is also wealth building. It's also building deeper bonds and relationships and deep relationships and how you feel about relationships with loved ones, with your significant other, with business partners. There's money here. So this is big for you because Venus represents money, yeah, but also love and relationships. And so, and creativity, if you're here for creativity, dang, you got a big old shift happening. Really, really big. And I'm gonna explain why in a second. Because it's for you and no other sign. But this is just big because remember, this is all about what do I want? What do I desire? What is the big picture? What do I want for the next chapter in my life? Venus. Okay. So the things that brings you pleasure, what your heart desires. So this is going to happen, by the way, again. Venus conjuncting the North Node will happen again in 2 weeks, all right? So we'll talk more about it that time because that's when Venus is direct. And it's Saturn that Venus is conjuncting. So this is that perfection where it's like, Saturn's in the mix as well, by the way. Remember, Saturn's here, Mercury's here. They're all conjuncting, so it's like a group hug, yeah? But so with Mercury here, that's, retrograde, that's reassessing things. You're definitely going through that process. And then Saturn brings those reality checks, right? Saturn is all about limitations and he tests you, but he's karma and he rewards you, right? So just keep that in mind. Saturn at this point, North Node, Venus, just take that time to think about what does my heart desire moving forward and what do I want stability in moving forward, long-term commitment, okay? So this is big, all right? Remember, Venus is heart, Mercury is mind. Let's merge the two because not even on the whiteboard, April 3rd, Mercury will conjunct the North Node. What? Big, all right? That's at 27 degrees. And just think of it as a package deal. Mind, heart, destiny. Mind, heart, destiny. All right, because it's gonna play out this month. Trust me, it's gonna play out. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, or your husband, or your sister, boss, it doesn't matter. Your pet parrot, it doesn't matter. Mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Taurus and Libra are gonna feel this the most. If you have any planets, if you know your birth chart. If you have any planets between 25 to 29 degrees in any of the mutable signs that I just mentioned, and it doesn't matter which one, you gotta look at the angular aspects, you're gonna feel it the most, okay? But this is so strong, everybody feels this. Everybody. And again, let me remind you of this Pisces energy in your 8th house of death and rebirth and regeneration and transformation. Oh, yeah, you're going to feel it. All right. Now, welcome to the most insane weekend of 2025. I mean, the magnitude of what's happening is off the roof. OK, the charts through the roof. Whatever. You get what I'm saying, Leo. Y'all crack me up. Stop. All right. So I talk about what's happening on April 4th in length last week. Check that out. OK, for the first 15, 20 minutes. Right. But again, let's just do like a very quick. April 4th, Saturn 6i Uranus. I already told you, we haven't seen this since March 1997. Okay, it's got to be a big old thing. All right. Now, Uranus, by the way, is again, remember, change. That's all you have to know. It's change. It's progress. It's revolution. It's freedom. It's breakthroughs. Okay, personal breakthroughs as well, and surprises, unexpected things happening. You've got Uranus in Taurus in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition. Yeah. Your reputation. It's very public facing. All right. So and it can be like whatever if you're not here for a career, it's whatever you're exerting your energy that you want to be known for. All right. If you want to be known as the best, person who plays with toys and, and makes them in your, gated community. There you go. This is, you're putting your energy there. If you want to be known globally, you're putting your energy there. It's the house of fame. All right. You got this. Only you. All right. So this is big because Uranus is with Saturn here. Remember, sextiles are wonderful. They're moving things along for you. And Saturn is all about long-term goals and gains and stability and authority. Yeah. With that fame part. So big reputation, honors, achievements, social status, leadership, all of that is happening for you right now with the actions you take, because Mars is here and he says you got to take action. Okay. Now, Saturn and Uranus, we're talking about father and son here. Okay. Astrology. And you know that Saturn is, he's not the cool dad. He's not the cool dad, but he's taken his son out fishing now. They're having a good time. All right. His, 40-year-old son, and they're drinking Zimas, and they're wearing funny hats. They're having a good time. Use this. Uranus is revolutionizing anything, any limitations that you see, because Saturn's like, cool now. Remember that. This is great change. This is your awakening. Please use this. This is one of the best aspects it's just so amazing. And again, by the way, oh my gosh, just to give you a heads up, I probably should wait to tell you. Anyway, when we get to your birthday season, I'll just tell you that. Well, anyway, August, one of the best months of 2025, one of the best months. Okay. We have something happening there that we have not seen since 1965. All right. There's some other really big things that are happening for you. Just wait. And that's what I'm saying. You got a lot to look forward to. Mars exiling Uranus. There you go. Remember, this I talked about last week. All right. Just one thing I'm going to add is that think about January 20th, around that time when we had that Pluto Cazimi. All right. It was big. Remember, that's setting up a year cycle when the sun conjuncts Pluto. So something with partnerships around there, maybe partnerships in career, maybe just one-on-one connections. It could be an agent, it could be your realtor, whoever it is, just, or legal matters. Anyway, something was set up there. All right. But Mars was really retrograde at that time. So remember, Mars has, energy now. So you're going to really feel this one. Okay. And this is, again, there's likely something here with career, with home, and with partnerships and finances, and just a lot of things happening behind the scenes for you too. All right. Now, Mars trine Saturn, I talked about that last week. You know all about that. So listen, this is 3. Again, they're all happening at 25 degrees, that Aries degree point of let's go get it. Let's get what I want. Leadership. Yeah. New beginnings. So please use this. Now, April 5th, what I didn't tell you last week, because I didn't have time, Mars trine Mercury. This is at the same time that Mars is sextile Uranus, but Mars is not only trining Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and the North Node, and conjuncting the Moon in Cancer. Like, I cannot right now. This is really big because we have a mini grand trine. And I just said Mars and the Moon conjuncting in Cancer. You got Mercury and Venus, by the way, both retrograde, yeah, in Pisces. And then you have Juno in Sagittarius. So we'll talk more about that in the second spread, where we talk about these major asteroids, okay? Goddess, Juno, right? Lunations, we always talk about that, okay? We pull more clarifiers, we do other spreads. But anyway, why is this such a big deal? Let me tell you, because look at what's happening here, right? We got that full moon in Libra, right? On the 12th. That's why I'm including this full moon. That's why we're doing April 1st to the 12th, because you're going to feel it pretty much all the first 2 weeks. Why is this a big deal? Because Juno, as I have mentioned in the past, is linked to Libra, linked to the 7th house. Juno is all about marriage, contracts, partnerships, legal matters, the balance of power in relationships. Okay? And so she is highly active right now for the rest of the week, and on this full moon in Libra that she is a part of. Now, Why is this a big deal for you? Because now you've got your 8th house of wealth that I told you about lit up this day, and actually for the week. Yeah. Sagittarius rules your 2nd house of income, salary, finances. The same time that you've got all this Uranus activity happening in your 10th house of career and fame, or whatever you want to be known for, or whatever you're really deeply passionate about, that you want to get, validated in, or anything like that. I can't with you, Leo. This is humongous. Okay? There's gonna be some things. Now, again, you're gonna feel, and trust me, Mercury trine Mars, that's rare. That's a big deal. You only get that when Mars is retrograde, okay? And so we already had that, but Mars is now direct, so now it's got to cross over again. But anyway, Mars trine Mars, or Mercury, that's mental, acuity. That's assertiveness. That's a ninja mind. Making sharp decisions. This is going to be big. I wouldn't be surprised if you're ending something here for something new, okay? 2nd house is also self-worth, self-value, all right? So Venus is very social. Venus is in Pisces, exalted. Please be social, Leo. What? Y'all have been going through a whole time period of isolation. You've had Mars in Cancer in your 12th house, which is also isolation. Please be social now. All right. Mercury, I just told you what's happening here. Mercury is the planet of communication, of signing things, of all of that. All right. So please be proactive and network. It's so strong. And Mercury and Mars, they're both in their detriment or their fall. So that's fine. You just got to put a little bit more effort into being social. All right. That's why I'm here. I'm here for you. Now we get to, let's see, Sunday, April 6th. Yep. This is the luckiest day of April, the luckiest weekend of April, and the luckiest weekend of the year, of all of 2025. We don't get a weekend like this. No. So please take advantage of this weekend, all right? And this entire weekend, I said, is insane. And this is the most important weekend of the decade for a lot of y'all. You gotta look at your charts, but this never happens with all these aspects together. Now, the Sun sextile Jupiter, just to let you know, that would be, Mars sextile Uranus is one of the top 10 aspects in astrology. It is insanely auspicious and great. Okay. So, there's hundreds of aspects, and the Sun sextile Jupiter is the top 3 luckiest aspects out of the hundreds of aspects. So when I say take advantage, please take advantage, plant those seeds. Jupiter is a planet of luck, good fortune, profit. You got your 2 money houses activated. Abundance, wisdom, expansion. When Jupiter sextiles the Sun, oh my, fax machine, that is big, all right? You got the Sun in your 9th house. You got Jupiter in Gemini in your 11th house. What did I tell you in April? Your April forecast. This is bonkers. 11th house is your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams. So there's something you're building toward the future that Jupiter is giving you a huge boost and luck. And the 11th house is your social network. It's groups you belong to. It's your friends, your squad, organizations, community, social media, send DMs, whatever you need to do. This is going to be big, okay? It's going to be major. And remember, like I said, you guys see it play out, okay? A lot of you are going to feel things happen on the weekend. You're going to see things happen on the weekend. But the first 3 aspects, like I said, you're going to feel it. They're so strong. As soon as April begins, up until the 10th, 11th, Saturn sextile Uranus. The reason I brought up August, one of the best months of 2025, is because, this is the hot spot. But that you feel up until August. You're just pretty much a year. That's going to be big. All right. So just remember, some things are getting a little bit more challenging toward the end of the month where you are involved there. Okay. So, and not in a bad way. Well, I mean, it's just a little bit more, it's not as easy of a flow like this. And so grab your opportunity now. All right. You know how this works. Or you watch Survivor, you know, I'm a Survivor super fan. It's like, you know, when you find out intuitively, you figure out like, oh gosh, I'm going to be blindsided at tribal council. That's when you go take action. You go have conversations. You flip the script, or you find a hidden immunity idol. There's your luck. There's your luck. Now you're in control. Please take action. That's all I'm saying. I do not want you to miss out on this. This is such a big deal. And if this is the luckiest weekend of the year, June would be the luckiest month of the year. All right. June is really special. Okay, and then of course August is just a bonkers amazing month. Now Jupiter, king of the gods, right? I told you this. He's bringing you all these blessings. Again, they depend on the action you take. That's what karma is. You're on a karmic journey, okay? You're on a just put wheels in motion. Just put wheels in motion, okay? This is going to be big. And karma literally means action. That's, you know, Sanskrit. All right. So anyway, Venus trine Mars we talked about last week. And again, that's happening at 25 degrees. This is very moving. And this is really beautiful. And again, there's money stuff here for you in a really big way. And when I say money stuff, with this aspect, this is more like shared assets, resources, bonuses, commissions, inheritance, investments, paying off debts, getting loans, things like that. Okay, royalties, all of that really amplified here. Okay, so just know that's gonna be a big thing for you because I mean you've got two exaltations here. You got two benefic planets activated, Venus and Jupiter. But what did I say? Venus is social. Jupiter in Gemini is very social. I got Jupiter in Gemini much. I'm used. I can talk, but plant seeds. Okay, Jupiter in Gemini is that's the third house, so that's all about like communication. That's what Gemini rules. All right, that's all about communication. That they're the communicators, right? So communicate. Please, it's all about agreements. It's all about starting businesses. It's all about starting something new. It is the third house. Now, you've got the sun giving you this drive. You've got to use this, all right? It's in its best spot of the year, okay? And then you get that amplified sun energy in your birthday season. But again, this is the best spot for the sun for the year. Right now, with everything happening this weekend, please just at least network, at least send one DM. All right. So just let it be known. But you're just going to feel it anyway. And again, with Uranus active, you never know what doors can open for you. All right. Just see last week's reading. Now, oh yeah, some of y'all are having babies too. All right. So there's a lot of baby making energy around this time. Especially with Juno involved here for you. Now, anyway, or something with children that may be a big thing for y'all. All right. Now, anyway, who's going to feel this the most? Well, it's going to be air signs and fire signs. Remember, we're moving into all this fire and air energy, leaving that water earth energy. You're just going to start feeling this big shift. Yeah. Now, and water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they're going to feel Venus trine Mars the most. Okay. But everyone's going to feel, it doesn't matter what sign you are, everyone's going to feel it. Yeah. Now, Monday, the 7th. Okay. Now we get to Venus conjunct Saturn. All right. So this is happening at 25 degrees. All right. So again, just start something. This is your life is changing this month in a really big way. And I talked about this last week. Not going to talk about it again, but just remember, this is enormous because this is not normal. Venus conjunct Saturn only happens once a year on average. And we're going to get twice this month because Venus is retrograde. Again, you reassessing a lot of things right now in partnerships, in relationships, in business partners, and yourself, and your growth. You're going really deep. 8th house is really deep, okay? Now, and then money. Yeah. So remember, you got the North Node here. You got Saturn, Venus, all of it here in your 8th house. So again, go back to your weekly reading from the last week of March. Everything that I talked about there, everything's spilling over now. All right. Just know that you may be starting a new tradition here. Think about starting a new tradition in terms of like relationships or money or creativity, creative projects, or, you know, you, or even just you know, like, or refreshing something, maybe, like even a situationship. Just remember, Saturn is time. This is all about the long karmic cycles. It's the North Node. All right, long-term commitments. Anyway, relationships, finances, biggest thing. Okay. Just remember Saturn brings in those reality checks, testing you. Yeah. So again, just work with him, take action. You're going to be fine. Okay. Now, and again, we're going to have this 2 weeks from now. Remember, it's happening twice. We'll talk about it more then because there's a lot more to it. It's in your 8th house. That I can't, like, this is big. All right. Out of all the signs. All right. So again, you are really, really, really changing. And we'll talk more about it in 2 weeks because that's when Venus is gonna go direct, and that's when like Saturn's gonna be like, all right, what like send me your show me your report. What do you want? What is your destiny? What is everything? Like, I need it now, all right? Because I got to start planning out, the rest, like your destiny. So it's such a funny month. But one thing I did not, I don't know if I told you last week, but I don't think I did. Venus will sextile Uranus. This is amazing. It's more about breaking from routines. You're going to find yourself, you're going to be doing that, even thinking about just be curious, try new experiences. I want you having that bubble thing over your head with the word saying, I wonder what would happen if I did ... That's all you have to do. Okay. And again, for a lot of y'all, it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. All right. Venus is in a very psychological part of your chart. You've got Mars in a very deep subconscious part of your chart. You've got Uranus in your house of fame and how you want to be seen and career for a lot and achievements. Anyway, you're going to feel this. A lot of nostalgic energy here. And actually, you know why you're going to feel this more than a lot of the other signs? Well, it's because the moon is going to be in your sign this day. And it is such a great, we'll talk about the second spread. Big. Your life is changing. And yes, with what's happening here, let me see. Yep. There's a lot of like heightened sexual energy. And so there you go. If you're single in a relationship, it doesn't matter. There's just, that's the thing. And if you're not here for that, just go shopping, right? It's a good day for shopping and creativity. But again, you've got there's 2 houses in the zodiac wheel, right? That where, sex and romance and intimacy is amplified. And you've got the 2 lit up in a really big way. So anyway, just letting you know, we have this again April 20th. Just do something different. Mercury goes direct. Isn't that amazing? You see that? I could barely squeeze it in. There's such a packed month, but Mercury finally goes direct. Hey, amazing. You can sign things. You can buy that, Apple, iPad, whatever it is. This is when you get new perspective, when you get clarity, you got forward momentum here. It's Mercury, Hermes, speed. That's what's happening now. All right. So this is amazing. All right. So use it. And again, think about what happened for you the last 2 weeks of September 2024. Yeah. With that eclipse we had in Pisces. All right. This happened at that same degree. There's something coming up from that time. Listen, there is something big as part of your transformation. There could be something here with partnerships. And when I say partnerships, yeah, that can be love, that can be career, whatever it is. There's also something here or something that you're thinking about or money and how to make more money. All right. Now, or investments. Inheritance, things, everything I said about the 8th house. Oh, and there's something, and the moon is actually going to be trining the sun. You've got one of the best. Anyway, just know that Mercury is going to be conjuncting Saturn too. So you're getting all these Saturn conjunctions. Saturn's with the North Node. So Saturn and the North Node are together saying, oh, is a Leo. Are they ready to turn in the report on, what we, they want us to do for their destiny? So just, this is a time where it's all about your long-term plans and goals with Saturn. All right. Commitment energy or committing to not commit. This is you. And remember, I said, this is going to be a big month of decisions. Are there things not serving you anymore? Have you learned your lesson in a certain area of your life? You're not ready to move forward when it comes to relationships, when it comes to commitments, when it comes to, money, making money or, things like that. Okay. So, just know you are the captain of your ship. You know that. you make the executive decisions. You're Leos anyway. Like, you steer your destiny. Speaking of which, Thursday, April 10th, now you got Mars with a node. So I'm going to tell you something that, I mean, this is just kind of, okay, so you're probably not going to hear this from a lot of astrologers. So I'm just going to tell you, I've been telling every sign. This is Mars in a place where, he's waking up, okay? Mars is still in Cancer, so emotions are still heightened, yeah? People still feeling like, Now, you got Mars trining the North Node. Mercury and Saturn are here too, by the way. That's fine. That's fine. Mars is sextiling the South Node in Virgo. We know that the North Node is in Pisces, South Node is in Virgo. That happened earlier this year. It's going to be all year long. So that's where a big focus of things are for you right now. And as I explained in your annual forecast, even maybe last month. Oh, I did last month. Yeah. So money. That is the biggest focus for you. Self-value, self-worth, things that have to do with material possessions, like your growth, your transformation. So just keep that in mind. All right. Because this is a day where Mars is coming in a little bit hard to the South Node. And the reason why this is just a little is because Mars trining the North Node. That's great. I love that. There's wonderful. You're going from like a caterpillar to butterfly with Mars and the North Node, and fast. And so this is really great. And then bringing in those opportunities, there's money making stuff here. All right. Wealth building stuff. Now, Mars sextiling the South Node in Virgo. This is a little different. Okay. Because the South Node in Virgo, right? K2 is actually going to be right on the Virgo moon. All right. So why is that a big deal? Is because it's on the moon in Virgo, opposite Saturn. And so you've got the two malefic planets at play now. All right. So just keep that in mind. Yes, there's something here that is bringing you a fated relationship, karmic relationship. It's very passionate with Mars is trining the North Node. There's something here about your destiny that's great. But again, the South Node, when you got the two malefic planets, they're being like, Pam and Eric from True Blood. They're just, so they're on your South Node where things have got to go. And so again, I think that for a lot of y'all, this is going to be fine, because it's just like, okay, a lot of y'all are getting new jobs or starting your business, or there's something here that you're going to be moving into. If not now, definitely by August, you're going to see. Okay. But again, there's something's got to go here, and it is your second house, and something that you value. Maybe you've reached this point of fatigue. You're going through some big transformation. But again, you've got the South Node on Virgo opposite Saturn. So remember, Virgo is all about health. All right. So be mindful of your health. Remember that lunar eclipse in Virgo that we had last month. Think about that one. Okay. Because this is kind of similar to that lunar eclipse. All right. And I told you during that time, you're going to feel this lunar eclipse for a month. Well, here you are. All right. A month later, where Mars and Saturn are now saying, all right, oh, how fun. The South Node where you got to let things go. You didn't let this go. We're going to just, because Mars can be like a spear. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Whatever you have to let go at this time, let's let it go. And again, most of it is just going to be what, those elements of Virgo, like being hard on yourself, self-critical, perfectionist energy. We've got to let that go. All right. And again, health matters. And there's going to maybe something with finances here. The way that you're thinking about finances. Again, there's something about self-worth, self-value. If you are being hard on yourself, it's time to let that go. Okay. The great news is Uranus is a hero right now. He's going up to Saturn and Mars, and he's the one that's like negotiating with the North Node. All right. And he's like, listen, don't listen to them. Right. Let's talk about this. And he's helping you in the best way possible. All right. So now Uranus is coming to you. He's like, all right, this is what happened. I talked to them. Just shake some things up. That's all you need to do for your true purpose. When you do that, new opportunities are going to come through. Yeah, that's what's happening here. And even like emotional breakthroughs, okay? Because this is, again, the moon in Virgo can be a little, Virgo rules the nervous system. So it can be a little, very over analytical too. No, we got to let that go. All that Virgo energy, those lower expressions of Virgo. So no, who's going to feel this a month, by the way? It's going to be mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, cardinal signs, with Mars activated. It's so many other things. Yes. Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. They're going to feel this the most. But if you have any planets between 24 to 29 degrees, yeah, in any of those signs, any of the signs, mutable, cardinal, again, because you're looking at the angular aspects, you are absolutely 1000% going to feel this more than anyone else. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right. Now, and for instance, a lot of y'all know I have Mars in Cancer. Okay. At 28 degrees. I have, out of like anyone who has Mars in Cancer in their chart, yeah, we've been feeling that sludgy, slow down energy since September a lot more, and now it's hitting my degree. It's between that 24 to 29 degree window where I said Mars is like a spear. I have a Virgo moon at 28 degrees in my chart. This is happening right on my Virgo moon. I'm going to feel this. So it's just, everything gets a lot more detailed when you look at these degrees and the decans and everything like that to your birth chart. All right. And when I say let things go, because sometimes that can be confusing, you saw me in March, I got really, really sick. Again, that eclipse was on my Virgo moon. Virgo rules health. I got really, really, really sick. My dog got, had those, things as well. So, what did I learn? Because you've got to let things go and you've got to learn. I learned that, hey, maybe I should try adjusting this. I started doing yoga, Pilates every morning instead of, a couple times a week. That's just one example. And that has been tremendous. Like, not only, your body feels good. It's everything. It's so good for your body. It's so good for your mind. It's so good for everything. So that's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, this is the last thing. April 12th. We have a full moon in Libra, and this is at 23 degrees. Now, why I've been harping on partnerships, relationships, is because you are going to be having a lot of endings to them or committing to them strongly this entire month. All right. Remember, I said Venus is conjuncting the North Node, and Saturn will be conjuncting this North Node, and this full moon in Libra just happens to be right in the middle of the month, where you're going to feel it week before, week after, sometimes a month, even like 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. This is happening 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. That's my time. All right. So convert that to wherever you are in the world. You are definitely going to feel this. All right. 1000%. It's going to be a big thing, right? I'm going to tell you why. First, this is a full moon in Libra. Libra is all about partnerships and relationships, one-on-one commitments, okay? Legal matters, yeah? And remember, it was all about balance. Anyway, this is happening at 23 degrees. Why is that important? Because 23 degrees is an Aquarius degree, all right? So this full moon is all about your freedom. This full moon is all about your revolution, your personal evolution, all right? It is linked to Aquarius and Uranus too. So again, there may be something here really big for a lot of y'all, some like career. A lot of y'all's careers changing, business partners, things like that. 23 degrees is associated with divorce. It's a full moon in Libra, right? So, there you go. I'm just, and listen, it doesn't have to be marriage. I just told you. So, it can be your divorce from your company, because now you've got the experience to start your own company, or divorce from your agent or your publicist, or do you know what I mean? Like, that's, like I said, one-on-one relationships or whatever has been coming up for you. All right. You've got this. Let me see. You've got, the Sun in Aries. There could be something here with like a second marriage as well. Or even a third marriage. Your 11th house is activated. Anyway, the moon is the subconscious. We know this. It's intuition. This is a full moon. It's turning points. Okay. So it doesn't even mean that, again, it can just be, moving from one end of a relationship. Maybe you've been going steady with someone And this is a full moon when you propose. That's, the end of, one. You do what I mean? That commitment, moving in this new area. All right. So anyway, just remember, Libra is justice. Now, what did I say about Juno, right? Linked to Libra, justice, marriage, all right? Relationships, contracts. So 2 things here. 1, Juno will be trining, which is this great harmonious flow of energy with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, the North Node, and Neptune in Aries. What? Amazing. Because this is the very first aspect. Neptune just moved into Aries just 3 days ago, just recently. Yeah, all right. It's a big. It's not the first planetary aspect. That's coming next week, okay? Because remember, asteroids are different, and Chiron, for instance, that's what we talk about. Anyway, the second big thing here for you, Leo, is that. So yes, there's going to be something here, likely with. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you that. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. I didn't tell you this part. Okay. So I'm filming this while Mercury is retrograde. Juno is in Sagittarius. I told you that. Oh, I did tell you this, right? What is going on here? Yeah. Okay. So I think that if I didn't say this, then, what I just said about the South Node and Mars and the Moon in Virgo, I said that's your second house. Juno is in Sagittarius. That is your 5th house. So that's why this is so amplified for you, Leo. Okay. So Juno, which again, you started feeling when Mars trine Mercury. Juno is part of that mini, that grand trine. And Juno in Sagittarius is your 5th house. And so the 5th house is relationships. It's true love. It's romance. It's family, it's children, it's creativity. And so, yes, there could be something here with a creative partner, marriage. There could be something here with, it's self-expression, something here where you're like, I need to really have that freedom to express myself. So just that's what's happening. And then Juno will be trining all these planets, your money houses, so many things here, bringing you justice. All right. So the strongest one will be Juno trining Neptune in Aries, because they're both at 0 degrees. So that is the strongest trine. And remember, Neptune just moved into Aries in your 9th house, and 9th house is legal matters too. It's very different. But anyway, this full moon in Libra is your 3rd house. What did I say about the 3rd house? It's contracts, it's agreements, it's conversations that you're having, it's communication. And there may be something here with siblings as well, or relatives. There's like an ending of some sort of something happening here, as well as travel. There could be something like short distance travel. You're coming back from a trip. You're thinking about going on a trip. But anyway, it's such a strong full moon, one of the biggest full moons of 2025. And as I said in your monthly forecast, this full moon corresponds to the new moon ring of fire solar eclipse we had in Libra, October 2nd, 2024, just after that eclipse in Pisces. All right. So again, what happened in October? What happened in October for you? All right. That had to do with communication, with contracts, with starting a business, with thinking about starting a business, with PR, advertising, marketing, everything in that communication sphere. Yeah? Any important conversations that you had, or anything that you signed, or anything like that. Yeah. So big. Also, like I said, siblings and travel, big things here. So this is ending. One phase of that is the end of that cycle, that 6-month cycle. Yeah. But the bigger story here is that we're now officially ending that Aries Libra axis that we've been on since July 2023. What have you been going through since 2023? There's a lot of spiritual stuff, a lot of communication, a lot of you could have launched a business since July 2023. You could have, done things with jobs. Something just made you wiser. You could have gone back to school. You could have been a teacher, educator. You could have started something on the internet. There's a lot. All right. Now, remember, full moons in nature are turning points, they're endings, they're culminations, release. Okay. They're emotional, but it's part of your journey. And remember what I said, it's a month of decisions, commitments, non commitments, new beginnings. Trust your intuition. It's the moon. Mars is going to be hitting hard here. You're going to be really in your head. All right. You really got to take that time to go deep and trust your intuition. Okay. Remember, he's in your 12th house. However, you've got the sun conjuncting Chiron, the wounded healer. That's helping you enormously in your house of spirituality and wisdom and seeing things in a new way. And now that there's no retrogrades with, Mercury and Venus, you got clarity. Use this. When was the last time you saw Chiron Kazemi? Leo, when was the last time? So use this. You're going to get a lot of clarity and healing. It's going to be really great. Okay. So, really big stuff here. Again, I talk a lot more about last week. I'm going really long with y'all. Jupiter's trining the moon, so bringing you luck here. There's spiritual growth here. There's something here with publishing for y'all. Are y'all writing? There's something here with publishing, broadcasting, something getting out to people, getting something out to people. But again, look at your last week's reading. I talk a lot more about this, about the breakthroughs and, opportunities coming in. Female figure involved here for sure. And yes, legal matters. I mean, Libra is the woman with the scale, right? You see her, the, Roman goddess of justice. You see her in courtrooms. You see her in legal stuff. Yeah. So anyway, very great energy. And then, the last thing is Venus goes direct. So Venus no longer retrograde, been retrograde since March 1st. So this is the point where this is a point that I know what I want. I have that clarity. Venus exalted in Pisces, 25 degrees, by the way. Yeah, big. Now you can do you're gonna see, and now you can go get that cosmetic surgery or especially if you are Leo rising. Now you get your hair poofed up a little bit more because risings are more about your rising sign is more about your looks and appearance. Anyway, here's the thing: so much clarity on everything that you have been reassessing with partnerships, relationships. Anyway, so like I said. This is a time of partnerships, relationships, your commitments with other people. The fact that you have the North Node with 4 conjunctions in your North Node in your 8th house of partnerships and relationships on a deeper level, you are really going to feel this. You're really going to feel this with the fact that you've got Juno coming in hard to play in your 5th house of true love and romance and creative projects and creative partners and things like that. Okay, you're gonna feel this. All right. For the full moon, who's gonna feel it the most will be Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay, if you watch for your rising or your moon. If you have any planets in any of the cardinal signs, 20 to 26 degrees, you'll feel it the most. And everyone is gonna feel this because I have everything that I just have said, literally every planet is pretty much involved, activating everything for you have so much happening here with career, with fame, Leo. You've got so much happening here with money. You've got so much happening here with spirituality. It's mind blowing, what's going on for you. Okay. And remember what I said, Venus, now that direct, she's bearing gifts. She's going to bring you gifts. She's been on vacation. She's come back, but you got to give her time, okay? Her plane's still just coming up the runway. You've got to give her time. You're going to start seeing it unfolding. Oh my gosh. Okay, Leo, let's go. Let's get started. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. All right, Leo. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay. Yeah. All the sunlight, so great. So, Leo, how are y'all doing, y'all? I'm not even joking. The fact your spread, I still to this day I've been I know it's only been a week, but I still think about it. I'm like, how did that that's so crazy. All right, I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, that we will. Secondly, Leo, I love y'all. I figured out this trick to actually do. Let me see. So you can see the spread because of all the sunlight. Let me do that because that's for the tier 3 members. Oh, this is going to be, there's something ending. There's something ending. It's the best thing for you. It's the best thing for you. Your readings are blowing me away because they're so not only aligned with what I feel intuitively, but also with what's happening astrologically. Everything that I literally just said is happening right now. Okay, so in your spread, and it's kind of bonkers. All right, so let's do it. Let's go deep here. I can't even, like, that's insane. You see it now? All right, that's a trick. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, literally big ending here. Big ending. You see that. You see that. Okay? I can't. Okay, this is going to be a very significant time for you. You know that. You see, you got all major arcana court cards other than these cards, but look at the story it tells. You got the Two of Cups. What did I say about partnerships, relationships, especially for you being the biggest thing for you out of all the signs for you, because you got your 7th house and 8th house activated. You have Juno coming in your 5th house activated. Okay, so yeah, a lot of y'all could have had some moments. And remember, this can be love, it can be career, it can be platonic, it can be your BFF, you and your relationship with someone else, okay? A lot of passion here, really wonderful. Two souls inhabiting one body. You see the winged lion at the top. You are the lion. Like, this is passion and healing and wonderful and growth. Now, you got the Three of Swords and the heartier spread. So there's going to be something emotionally impactful. And it's something that, you know, a lot of things here where it does seem like that there's maybe someone wasn't ready to take something to the next level. Yeah. But that's always a great sign. Remember, a lot of things happening here is for new things to come through. Yeah. Three of Swords, by the way, is a Libra card. It's attributed to Saturn in Libra. We have a full moon in Libra with Saturn heavily involved, conjuncting the North Node. So there is going to be something here that I'm not saying there's going to be something truly ending. There's just going to be something emotionally impactful. Yeah. And it may be even a decision that you have to make. Remember, I said it's all about decisions. And this is the Three of Swords. Sure. We call it, you know, in layman's terms, like the heartbreak card. It's a sword suit. The swords are up here. They're up. The swords up here. Your ideas, the way you're thinking, processing, analyzing things, communication, all of that. So yeah, there could be something there's gonna be a turning point for sure. Okay, just keep that in mind. Very likely with a partnership, relationship, or something that just like with a legal matter, there could be something here like a delay. You got the Fool in your challenge area. So yeah, someone literally could be like that. Like, what a fool. Like, why do they? You know, like with if someone makes you feel that way, but honestly, I think that is going to be a lot of y'all that are going to be changing things, and it's just hard for you to, you know, say goodbye to yesterday, right? Did I really just quote Boys to Men? Anyway, yeah, listen, you've got to take that leap of faith too. You've got to do it. What did I say? You hold all that energy in. Yeah, it makes it like, right? You got to release. The Fool he's on the edge of the cliff. This is all about confidence and risk taking. You see the full abundance of the sun, all that optimism, having faith in yourself. Okay. But again, when it's in your challenge area, it's saying like, well, let's really do that. Okay. What is the new start that you want? It's card 0. It's starting the Fool's journey. There's almost like some sort of reset happening here for a lot of y'all. But again, in this powerful way that's in your favor. Secondly, again, there could be just someone who's just, you're going to see someone. Here's the thing. Okay. You have got this storyline, commitments and partnerships and relationships. You, out of all the signs, you and Aquarius, well, no, just you, really, to be honest, just you. It's all month for you. All month for you, okay? Because once we get to Taurus season, I will tell you why. But for a lot of y'all, it will be career related. Yeah? All right. So you got the Queen of Swords in your crown. Amazing. Amazing. Okay? Where she needs to be. Clarity. She is all about justice. She's all about justice, fairness. This is someone who leads with her head, not her heart. Yeah? Okay? Because you need to leave emotions at the door. you don't want emotions to cloud your judgment. You don't see any clouds up here. Her head's above the clouds, okay? And so, again, the fact that you have the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords, who is Libra, all right? So all about, there may be something here with partnerships or relationships, and even communicating. She's the Queen of Swords. Remember, swords are, she's like a judge, all right? Remember, I said that's all that Libra energy anyway. And so there's something here where you've got to have that good judgment, and it just seems like you will, but some of y'all will also have. I honestly think that a lot of y'all will be changing something. This, what's happening here. It's going to be you. Don't come on too okay, because she can be. Remember, she's left emotions at the door, so just keep that in mind. But honestly, you're going to be fine. I like the placement of the Queen of Swords with the moon in the root spread. The moon, like I said, we have a full moon in Libra. So you're getting all these Libra cards, partnerships, commitment cards, everything that I literally just said is happening for you. The moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. What did I just say? You have a major conjunction there. 8th house, death and rebirth, but also partnerships, your deep relationships, things like that. You're going through it. You have Mars in Cancer in your 12th house. So you've got your 12th house activated, which I said is like, hidden enemies. But then you've got all this 7th house activated with Libra energy. And, sometimes, I told you Mars is not going to be, eye to eye with the full moon. So it also can be open enemies. So there is something here where you are seeing something that you need to see. You have the moon and the root of your spread. There's something here you have to see. And as full moons do, they reveal, okay? They illuminate things. You need to see the things you need to see, but don't hold it in. There's a lot of energy here where it's like, I don't feel that release. We've got to have that release. You got the High Priestess, which is really great in your future. It's just saying, hey, the High Priestess comes out and she's like, you're good. You're fine. I'm protecting you. She is the guardian of the subconscious. You have had Mars and Cancer in your 12th house of the subconscious for so long. And now you can go to those places deep subconsciously that you may have been just like, oh, I don't even want to think about that. You're going to do it now. You got the moon and the High Priestess associated with the moon. You see the moon, the sliver of the moon at her feet. You see her headdress, the different phases of the moon. I mean, come on. You've got to go. You're going to be fine. You're going to go deep, but there is going to be something here where remember I said 12th house is also like self-sabotage. And what is the subconscious, by the way? It's where we store our memories. Okay. And so the moon lights things up, the things that goes deep. Yeah. Full moon. It's a big one too. And then, it's anything. When I say storing your memories, are there any patterns or habits or, any of that you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like, but you got to recognize what they are. Yeah. And so that's what it's about, like storing your memories. Let's keep going. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. And this is also, again, truly reflecting what's happening for you, going really deep, very spiritual. That makes you stronger. When you're spiritually strong, that makes everything make sense. That puts you in the driver's seat, okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. Let's get to your stuff. And you do, like I said, you got the two biggest houses of spirituality incredibly activated with all the Aries energy, even, Mars and Cancer. Again, that's the 12th house, which is spirituality and it's healing. Okay, spiritual growth, it's all of that. It's very psychic energy, it's intuition. And then you got the North Node, all this stuff in your 8th house that's very psychological. So use it for justice, for you, what you deserve, Leo, all right? If you like this reading, I got to say about line, and I want to know. Tell me, leave it in the comments. What's going on with what's happening? What's happening? A lot of this, again, will be for career for y'all, but anyway, that Virgo moon, again, don't overanalyze things with things that bring you pleasure, joy as well, self-worth, self-value. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Leo, I got you. I love you. you got a big, this is going to be one of your biggest, this is going to be one of your biggest things. You got to be, you're being so hard on yourself. Okay. You're being so hard on yourself, and it can come out in that, Mars and Cancer, like I said, can be like, right? Like it's like those conflicty, and like I said, if you don't use that sword right, everything, you're on this karmic journey, right? So you want to make karmically sound decisions like the Queen of Swords does, okay? That sword is pointed straight to the sky, to the heavens, to the cosmos, all right? You have that connection there. Now, you got the Five of Swords, all right? So, again, a lot going on in here and a lot going on in your physical world where you're not seeing eye to eye with people, especially a partnership or relationship or a one-on-one relationship. Is it your sister? Is it your Uber driver? Is it, you know what I mean? Your private driver? Is it whoever, your private chef? Whoever it is, we've got to drop these swords. We've got to... There's a feeling of being a little bit defensive here, okay? And again, that's fine. We're all human. We're all human beings, but we all want to grow, all right? And I say that because now you got another card. This card is an Aquarius card. You have another and Aquarius is your opposite sign. So Aquarius actually rules your area of partnerships and relationships and legal matters and one-on-one connections and marriage and all that. So you have the Five of Cups here, okay? So there's someone's going to be, again, well, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be you that's ending something here, and that's going to bring you all this like enlightenment, and I get it, and I'm glad that I went through that process, even though it was hard. I had to do it because that's affirming it now with the Five of Cups in your external factors area. There could be someone that's like, oh no, I'm so sad that happened. Okay. Very likely partnership, relationship, Five of Cups is all about emotional healing. If it's you that did this, no regrets, okay? You've got to trust your intuition. No regrets, because that could have been you that kicked over that cups, okay? They're spilled now. You can't do anything about it. However, look at the bright, you got two full cups behind you. You got all this opportunity that you can't see if you're focusing and dwelling on the past. So this card is truly all about, you literally have the Two of Cups. Those two, pick up those, like I told you, you got things coming through for you. Anyway, so you're going to be fine. This is a Scorpio card, and it's a strong card. It's Mars in Scorpio. And so the fact that you're getting these two cards is very interesting for me because they're like, Scorpio and Taurus, they're fixed signs like you and Aquarius as well, right? So remember, I said for you, you're going to still have this storyline of partnerships and relationships throughout the month because we are moving into Taurus season, and there's going to be a lot of Pluto activity, and that's going to be a thing. All right, so all the fixed signs are, activated. This rules your fourth house. That would be home, family, children, realtor, real estate, any of that. Property matters. There just may be something there. The foundations of your life is the baseline. Now, look what's happening. I honestly can't believe what's happening here. Like, this is insane. You have the Two of Swords, a card attributed to Moon in Libra. What is going on here? What are you not? What are you trying to? You've got to look at her back turned to the sea and the moon. She's not in touch with her intuition. She's not in touch with her emotions. That's what that represents. All right. She's sitting on something, likely a decision with those swords, or something that she has to face. Let's get comfortable to the point where we can take off that blindfold. Okay. There's something here where it's something that you want, where it falls in your spread. It's something you want, but for a lot of y'all, it's like you've got to take that leap of faith with that Two of Swords here, because there's some of y'all that may not be doing something, okay, because you're holding back. Yeah, big time. You're being so hard on yourself. Leo, you got the Five of Pentacles and your final outcome. If you don't, well, you got this great, you got it, you know what it is? It's just, it's all about moving forward and not being afraid to take that leap of faith and seeing eye to eye with people. You got the Five of Pentacles and your final outcome. That's these two people in this card. They're focusing on their plight. Look at all this support. They're literally outside of church. Literally outside of church. And so the pentacles are shaped as an anchor. That's an anchor of hope. All they got to do is look up. All they have to do is look up. Now, the other message coming in for you is that, yes, it's going to be a thing where if you don't take any, there's just, it feels like there is something holding you back, someone holding you back. All right. You've got to recognize that and you've got to take action for it. Okay. So listen, how long? Oh my goodness. Leo, this is the biggest. Okay. So I'm going to pull I'm going to do that Three of Swords. What's going on here? Yeah. You got the King of Pentacles. So again, look at what's on the other side. You have the King of Pentacles with the High Priestess. King of Pentacles, the richest king, spiritually wealthy. He's sitting out in nature for a reason. That's vibrating at a high frequency. He's in touch with nature. Go do some grounding, spend time in nature. You can't even distinguish his robe from his harvest. Like, how rich is he? He holds that golden scepter. Only two people in the entire all of tarot hold it. Anything he touches turns to gold. But that's what I was talking about, that wealth building. It's here. It's here. You got to move toward it and vibrate at the high frequency. Okay, no matter what happens here, you got to just keep going on your path. You have so much happening in your house of wealth building, your 8th house, but he's Taurus. All right, what I say, we're about to move into Taurus season, but you've got Uranus activated right away in your 10th house of career and fame and public recognition. So you see the bulls in his throne. He's Taurus. Anyway, Earth. Anyway, let's see that one, which is also a Taurus card, by the way, the Five of Pentacles. So, and then remember, so a lot of y'all, again, a lot of this just maybe career stuff, but just don't be hard on yourself. All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look, if you're not hard on yourself, if you can take off the blindfold, not, and actually see eye to eye with people, do that emotional healing that you need to, really go within, make those powerful, smart, Queen of Swords decisions. Look at what happens. You got that Ace of Cups. I told you got some brand new things coming through. And here's the thing. It's not easy having Mars in Cancer for a long time, especially when Mars is really active this week. Remember, I said that is your 12th house, okay, of self-sabotage. So I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying that's what's been happening in for Leos, okay? And also facing fears is part of the 12th house. Isolation is part of the 12th house. All of that, but again, 12th house is very spiritual. It's intuition. It's all of that. And now you just got the Ace of Cups. So again, as long as you're not hurting yourself and you let the things go that you need to let go, you got the Ace of Cups. Brand new beginning. And this is not even like cup half full. This is cup overflowing. That's what this is. That's the Ace of Cups. Okay, this is new relationship coming through. This is new soulmate coming through. This is new job coming through, dream job. This is nirvanic. This is rapturous energy. It's aces bringing in new change, new beginnings. Faded. You see all the street. That's tears of joy. That's healing. This is the hand of spirit saying, I got you. This is your North Node saying, I got you. The dove at the top. The universal symbol of peace and harmony, very associated with Libra, but also doves mate for life. Remember, I said there's something with commitments that's happening here. There's something here really great. This is also like having a baby. This is anything that's like these big, profound tears of joy moments. That's what's waiting for you. That and humongous wealth. And in your physical world too. It's just it's all about healing. It's all about healing. Leo, oh my gosh, I think this is the longest reading I've ever done. Leo, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me. And second spread. We're gonna get into this. I'm gonna tell you the second luckiest day too. I'm gonna tell you a day not to sign contracts or have important like conversations that you don't want. And we'll do a second spread on this Libra full moon. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Y'all, Leos, I got you, okay? I got you. Next week, we're going to go deeper in the aspects. There's so many major things that are happening. But again, you've got a lot here but a lot to look forward to. But you see, it's more about doing some healing, letting things go. Yeah. Releasing things. That's what full moons are for. All right. And you, again, with Mars on the Virgo moon. Anyway, Leo, I'm going to let you go. All right. Thanks so much. All right. I'll see you later. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. I love you.